Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Arizona Cardinals. I'll see you again with scores and updates at halftime. But for now, it's my distinct pleasure to hand things over to our broadcast team. It's Brandon Gott and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. A moment ago, this Arizona crowd was on its feet. The defensive starters, led by perennial All-Pro Patrick Peterson, were introduced. Now they've got a tough one on their hands as they'll square off with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. As we get set to watch Josh Rosen command this offense, the number 10 pick in the 2018 draft.
It's easy to see the big-time arm. It's also easy to see the pinpoint accuracy and delivery. But how about his footwork as well? An amateur tennis player, that honed what he can do in the pocket, his ability to slide and move away from pressure and be able to find receivers open downfield.
All right, here we go. Blue, landed.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Set, 3-19.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. And here are the offensive starters for Arizona.
I could go on and on about Larry Fitzgerald and his numbers, which are considerable, and everyone knows that. But the thing I keep coming back to, he never quits seeking knowledge. Every year, he works with former NFL players who were great wide receivers in order to improve his game, watches a ton of film, always curious, always finding a way to adapt and improve his game.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Now he's going to let it go deep, right sideline. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep, Chester Rogers. Taken in at the 22. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the very, very talented Andrew Luck.
He navigates, he manipulates, he cycles through progressions with laser-like focus, and he can make any tough throw that you need because he'll stand in the pocket and make it happen.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Luck. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Long. A quick hitter complete. It's Grant. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
From the 50, it's Long. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Spotlight, please, and a little traveling music for Dayon Buchanan, because he came into the league as a safety, a first-round pick of the Arizona Cardinals. Now he might as well just be known as an inside linebacker, even though he's undersized. Has a great ability to slip blockers and make big-time tackles.
He's been a West Coast guy through and through, born in the Bay Area, went to Washington State, now in Arizona. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. It's complete to Grant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Luck got his man complete over the middle. It's Doyle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter, because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing is Luck. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So with 4th down coming up, here's Adam Vinatieri now for the Colts field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Now let's go. 3.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Rosen. It's caught. Nelson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Johnson on the counter. And an alley to run. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Clayton Gathers makes the stop.
Get there.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Here we go now. Blue, landed.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Set. 3-19.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
All right, here we go. Boom.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. In for the score. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Here's Phil Dawson now for the point after. Dawson tacks on the point after, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Out of the gun, Luck. Over the middle, complete. That's Doyle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Luck. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Third and 2, Luck. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Luck now to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Dayon Buchanan coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there and take the hit and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Locke. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. As his guys are in for 6. And the Colts are in for 6. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and the result for the Colts is a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, it's Locke. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chandler Jones in there to get him for his second sack of the night. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Locke. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
one with the former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made by Marcus Golden. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Colts out to the early lead. Back to Glendale after this timeout.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. Now a carry from Mack. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. A shotgun snap for Locke. Steps away to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Certainly not what this offense wants to see. Andrew Luck down and appears to be in some pain. We'll check on his status when we get back. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Here's the backup, Jacoby Brissett. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Brissett. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Ryan Grant from 4 yards out. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Vinatieri now for the point after. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That time a 6-play drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. Looking to pick up some steam, generate some steam right now. Down on the scoreboard and struggling a bit.
And sometimes you have to find it from places you don't ordinarily get it. Not necessarily just going back and throwing the football. Maybe use your legs a little bit. Maybe you rely on some teammates, get the ball in their hands. Anything to try and generate a spark. But bottom line, he has to play a lot better.
Yeah, he does. He's got the 2 INTs and the 1 touchdown pass so far.
Hey. All right, here we go.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Rosen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. First down, Brissett. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go. What? None. What? None.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. The Colts on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Come on, let's go!
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on 3rd and long. And somehow, he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle it and get him on the ground short of the first down marker.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Let's go! Try 38!
They'll run with Mack. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Here we go! Try 38! Try 38!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it down to the 32. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Let's get it!
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go! What? None of it!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Brissett on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The tackle is made by Rodney Gunter.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going on the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Mack. Nice move at the 5. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Colts add on to their lead. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now let's look at David Johnson. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it.
2nd and 10, it's Rosen again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
3-19. 3-19.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. Oh, he shifts past him. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as the quarterback, but really on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it funny how the definition of balance changes for us from game to game? Sometimes it's 50-50, run it, throw it. Sometimes it's just being a balanced running team in terms of who's carrying the football.
Not more than one guy.
Right, multiple guys out there, and now your guy back there has to throw it. Doesn't have to worry about it quite as much.
And they've got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Come on, let's go! White 90! White 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And it's 3rd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. The Colts on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go! What? 9!
From the gun, here's Brissett. It's complete to Grant. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those like mats or pits like you have for high jumpers, and you know you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
concrete.
Toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
Brissett now 5 of 6, very accurate since taking over, and he's got his guys a first down.
Come on, let's go! What? 9!
Here's Mack on the toss. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free if you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you. And anyone coming from the backside, they're pinching down and sliding down towards it to try and keep people kind of locked into one spot.
Let's go!
And boy, what a great defensive play there. Weren't out leverage, running to the football from the inside out, turned into a big loss of yardage.
And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line, because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them.
Well, the Cardinals bring pressure, and they get home. It's blocked. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
Here comes Josh Rosen and the Cardinals offense back onto the field. He has not had the game that he envisioned. His team has not had the game that they've envisioned here. So how do they turn this around now?
Well, right now, what he's looking forward to doing is finding a way to get the added weight on his back. Is it like that monkey that Steve Young was talking about? Remember that in the Super Bowl?
Oh, the 95 Super Bowl.
Right, when they beat the Chargers. And, he had that weight of expectations and past greats on his back. In this case, it's just bad play. Can he shake it off and then be able to play loose and free and help his team out?
Let's see if he can do just that. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Underneath for Johnson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's got his man. It's Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from the desert after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Now let's go.
Here's Rosen to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And Dawson's kick is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. but that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. We focus our attention now on T.Y. Hilton as he gets ready to head back onto the field. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part, but they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers would tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game, though.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. On 1st and 10, Brissett. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Brissett sets to throw it. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. The Colts on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 7. Brissett. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez on for his second punt, and remember, his first one was blocked. Oh, able to avoid him. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
All right, here we go.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
first down throw for Brissett. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Come on, let's go! Brad 38!
They'll run it here with Wilkins. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. From the 2 now, second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10.
Come on, let's go!
To throw is Brissett. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And before this second down play. We'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They go play action. It's Rosen. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
319! 319!
On 3rd and 1, Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10.
Here we go! What? 90!
A run by Mack to start the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this 3rd quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On 2nd and 10, Locke. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Luck. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue lining. Blue lining.
On 2nd down, Rosen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
And, of course, the defense is going to accept this penalty. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Luck on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And they'll run it here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And he's going to find Doyle in the end zone for a Colts score. Jack Doyle from 13 yards out. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Hey, that's the way
They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and the lead will swell by one more. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now Johnson, and he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Rosen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Johnson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The Cardinals on 3rd down.
Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Set. Green.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. First grab for Fitzgerald. He's got a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now it's Rosen. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
4 down. Check. All right, here we go. Blue 90.
On play action, Rosen. And Gresham has it left side. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 39 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Here we go now. Green 39.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it with Johnson. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
I don't even have to stretch for this one. This is 4 down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one. But I don't think they're built like that.
Set.
3rd and goal, Rosen, and that is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And Dawson's kick is good. And they'll make a small dent in that big deficit as it's down to 27. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a toss play. This is Mack. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Back to throw, Luck. And his throw is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Luck. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken at the 23. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Second out.
Now a handoff working right. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. Second out. Blue 9.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Love. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. Luck now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Go. We're 9 there.
They run with Wilkins. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Hey, boys, got full check out. 5-9.
They'll try the air now with Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Doyle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And he's got his man, Hilton. 1
quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they'll go on the ground. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Nyheim Hines, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Cooper on the return. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Now let's go. Blue Niner.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Screen play, Johnson. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I've thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call.
Now let's go. Blue Niner.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. Shows his strength at the 50. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face
Automatic
mask.
1st down.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Escapes the sack. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
He's going. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Set! B-19! B-19!
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in.
False start, offense.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Rosen to throw again. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They pass up the 3, fake it, it doesn't work. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
You got 4. Check out! Wide 90! Check out!
This is Wilkins. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Hey, boys, go. Check out!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
4 down, 4 down! Check out! Wide 90!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense.
Hey, check out! Wide 90!
On the carry, it's Wilkins. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Third and long, it's Locke. Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. David Johnson now gears up to help lead this offense back on the field. And the numbers show the improvement, and this is kind of what we thought we would expect to see from him. I know we overanalyze these things sometimes, but what switch? What's flipped that switch?
Sometimes I think when you're as great as he is, you just kind of roll out each game and expect good things to happen. And that's not always the case. Those guys on the other side of the ball, they're the NFL 2 for a reason. So maybe at halftime he gets a chance to regroup, kind of get it back together, get a little extra resolve, and now he's putting it into practice.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they're running right through it. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they were backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
Out from the shadows of their goal line, here's 1st and 10 from the 11. Now Rosen on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And blocked down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go now.
Rosen will throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Again, it's Rosen. And that's off the mark, incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing again, it's Rosen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Time for a break. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he'll power his way up near the 25. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On 3rd down, that's Wilkins. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. This is taken at the 15 and fights through one man. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.